Titans now with it. Here's McCallum. McCallum at the top of the key, now back into Foster. Foster working against Tyshawn Taylor. That's a mismatch. Taylor's got a lot more length than Foster. Foster very small. Now back out to Anderson for the three. No. Rebound Robinson. Robinson now into Tyshawn Taylor.
Yeah, they'll let Anderson shoot those all day. I mean, they don't want the ball in the paint. They'll let him shoot jumpers all the time.
They don't want any highlight dunks like they had a little bit earlier, but they'll let him shoot that shot all day, as you mentioned, Pat. Now, on the other end, ball will be tipped on an inerrant pass, and it'll go out of bounds, stay with the Jayhawks. Jayhawks heading left to right across your radio dial, again from our vantage point here courtside at the CenturyLink Center. 10:59 to play in this first half, 15 all still to score. Tyshawn Taylor with the ball, now back out to the left side to Tehan. Taylor now back at the top, setting up the play. Looking for a man down low. Robinson and Withy both in there. Taylor going to drive it down the lane himself and get two. Tyshawn Taylor for the layup and 2 points. 15-17 now, a 2-point deficit for the Titans. Anderson now going up against Robinson and Relaford. And I believe a foul going to be called on Relaford.
Yep.
As that almost looked like a charge from our vantage point, Pat.
Yeah, but Relaford was planted basically a little bit higher up on that right block, and Anderson was going to the baseline. And, Relaford didn't really have position. It was just an awkward position for him, and that's going to lead to a block more than likely.
Anderson does draw the foul, though, and he'll go to the line for two. First shot up and good. He'll stay at the line for the second shot. Coming back in for Detroit is Chase Simon in replacement of Barinsma. Also Elijah Johnson coming back in replacement of Connor Tehan for the Jayhawks.
Yeah, Tehan didn't really do much when he was out there, so Johnson back down in, and hopefully he can spark the offense some more.
Anderson's second shot up and good. Nothing but net. Again, a tie game. 17-17 with 10.5 left to play in the first half. Elijah Johnson now running the point. As Tyshawn Taylor still in there, but Elijah running the point. Here's Tyshawn at the top of the key now. Showing his speed against Ray McCallum. Up for the three. No good. Rebound, though, by Robinson. Goes up. Now Withy gets the rebound. Withy goes up. Could have been fouled. Another offensive rebound. And the Jayhawks working the boards that time and they make it count as Robinson finally gets home for two.
That's what they need to do, attack the glass, and that's the name of the game. And Jayhawks finally get themselves a point off of the hard offensive rebounding position.
Halfway home in this first half. Just under 10 minutes to play. 19-17, Jayhawk lead. Ray McCallum with it now into Donovan Foster. Foster cross court over to Anderson. Anderson, sweet dribbling, goes up for the fadeaway. No. Rebound Jayhawks. Here's Elijah Johnson. Johnson now streaking back up the right side. Down low to Withy. Withy across court over to Relaford. Relaford is going to be fouled. No, a charge. Wow. A charge will be called on Relaford. As I thought, again, that was a foul, but it'll be a turnover. KU and back to the Titans.
Yeah, now that one shouldn't have been a charge. That one was definitely a little bit interesting because he came across on the baseline, and it looked like he might have put position, but he was still moving. Relaford was streaking down the lane, but man, that's just hurt. That's going to hurt Kansas a little bit. I mean, Relaford is going to pick up his second right there, and he's got to check out.
9:30 left to play. 19-17. The score here in the first half. And another foul this time, as Elijah Johnson is going to be called for that one on the baseline. And to the line will be McCallum. No, not a shooting foul. Okay, not a shooting foul, as they say McCallum was not close enough to the basket. Chase Simon to inbound the ball here for the Titans. As we're going to get a little stoppage of time here, clean up the floor a little bit, a little sweat on the ground. Again, 9:25 left to play here in this first half. 19-17, a 2-point lead.
Working hard.
Jayhawks.
That's where the sweat comes in, David. Working hard.
Now into McCallum for a long two, and he's able to rattle that one home. Ray McCallum for two. 19 all. Tyshawn Taylor at the point. Against that, McCallum. A great scorer is Ray McCallum. Now Tyshawn up against the lane. He's going to get it stripped. Here's Kalist for the wide open dunk. Now to Anderson, and goes home for the backwards dunk. Wow. Doug Anderson has some ups, Pat.
I mean, what else is to say on that one, David? I mean, the guy's already had a dunk that was #1 on SportsCenter this year for ESPN. Right there doing another nasty slam in transition, and Man, his head probably can hit the rim easily if he truly wanted to. But right there, Jayhawks really not doing so great when it comes to the ball handling. And that's another turnover. Make that their 8th of the ball game. With still 9 minutes left here to go in the first half, that is going to be crucial for the Jayhawks. If they can maintain possession long enough for Detroit, they can't keep Detroit going on. And a dunk like that will give Detroit hope. And you don't want that if you're the Kansas Jayhawks.
Yeah, you don't want that at all. It's now a 2-point deficit for the Jayhawks, 21-19 with 9 minutes left to play in this first half. And Bill Self looks none too happy on that sideline. Again, he saw this coming. As he mentioned in the press conferences, he saw this team as not a 15 seed, saying that Kansas did not get any favors in drawing Detroit. And so far, Ray McCallum's team is doing their best to spoil the Jayhawks' efforts. Kevin Young now with the ball. Good interior passing to Thomas Robinson for the flush. So once again.
Well, I guess he can dunk too, huh?
He's got some ups as well for the Jayhawks. Now back here come the Titans. Ray McCallum on the baseline. Cross court over to Anderson and a charge. That was a great call as Doug Anderson gets called for the charge. And a turnover back to KU.
And now that's going to be interesting for Detroit. Anderson's going to pick up his second, so he's going to have to go sit out as Lowe comes back in. Lowe definitely good at defense, but his offensive game's nowhere near what Anderson is.
5 team fouls for the Jayhawks and 5 for Detroit. So not too much fouling so far. Neither team yet in the bonus. Tyshawn Taylor here at the point for the Hawks, heading left to right across the radio dial. Now into Kevin Young. Young over to Tharp. Nadir Tharp getting his first minutes of the contest. Didn't know if we'd see much of him tonight. Kevin Young now at the top of the key. Going up to the left side of the paint. He's able to put up the layup for 2 points. So Kevin Young, 4-2 now, gives the Jayhawks a 2-point lead. Here come the Titans. Ray McCallum at the point. Shifty moves outside the top of the key. Directing traffic. Trying to get it to Calise. Now looks for, and he does get it to Calise. Was looking for the screen. Now back to McCallum here left side. Guarded here by Tyshawn Taylor. McCallum's just going to take the three. Can't find anybody down low to pass to. No good. Rebound Thomas Robinson.
Yeah, defense turned up there for Kansas.
7:39 left to play here. A 2-point lead for the Jayhawks. 23-21. Here's a three from Tehan. Connor Tehan coming back in and missing that one. Titans rebound it. Caliste with the ball now. Frenetic play here as both teams fast breaking it each way down the court. Simon, and now a quick touch foul on the Jayhawks. And that foul is going to be on Robinson, but that will send us to our next media timeout. 7:20 left to play here in this first half. 23-21 the score. The Jayhawks a 2-point lead. You're listening to the Student Home for KU Sports, 90.7 FM and KJHK.